Hi guys, and welcome to my February World of Wizardry Geek Gear box. In this video I'm not going to be opening it brand new with a big surprise or anything. I have already opened it, and this video we are going to be reviewing it instead. The reason that I didn't do an unboxing video with everyone else was because of the snow. It caused a massive delay with the parcels getting through, and then even when the parcel office was open I then had to walk about an hour to get to it and then an hour back. The first thing that I noticed though was that the box design is completely different. Before we had a very plain black box. It still had this symbol here, but otherwise it was pretty bland, except it did have the 4 houses as crests on each side, 2 on one side and 2 on the other. As you can see, what they've done instead is a suitcase design, which I think is to go with Newt Scamander's suitcase. And we can actually see, whereabouts is it? I have seen it. Where are they? There they are. That there's actually a creature trying to climb its way out, which is adorable. And instead of having the crests, we've actually got scarves just pouring out of the sides for each house of the houses. So that is pretty awesome. Alright guys, so the first item is these 6 posters, which come in an envelope which quickly shows on the back of it what the designs are. But I'm going to get it open so you can see them properly. So first off, we've got a picture of Nagini, and you've also got the dark mark up in the top corner there. Here you've got Harry riding Buckbeak, and that is in the 3rd film when he goes for a ride on him and they go across the lake. That's an absolutely beautiful scene. We've got the classic Hogwarts crest, the main one in the middle and then the 4 houses on each side. Harry, and he's brandishing his wand, he's looking pretty angry. It is from the 4th movie. This is when he's being chased by the dragon as part of the Trials of the Triwizard Tournament. And then the last picture is of the Hogwarts Express, and I believe that this is the same layout as one of the prigs we got several months ago. As a Geek Gear item, I think that this is really great. I think it's great that they're trying to encourage fans to get active with the things which they love about Harry Potter. So that involves like the cooking, where we've got the recipes, and now it seems to include colouring. I don't know whether this is something that we're going to continue to see in the Geek Gear box, but I personally really like this as an item because it just gives me something that I can do while I'm waiting for my next box, which I think is really, really fun because I'm not a big cook myself. So according to the booklet, that item is worth £4.99, which is basically £1 per poster with 1 poster free. What's really exciting about this box is we've actually got 2 t-shirts, and I haven't seen that happen in a Geek Gear box before. So here we've got the first t-shirt, and this is of Dobby, and it says Free Elf on the bottom of it. We have actually had a few different Dobby t-shirts. However, until now, they've all been very cartoony, they've been very sort of stylised like that, whereas this is much more like Dobby from the movies as we know him. And I really, really love the design of this one, how it looks sort of sketched out with all the lines on it. It's a really nice t-shirt, and because it's in neutral tones, it's more my style, because I'm not really big on sort of wearing bright colours all the time. It's really great to have a variety with that. So I'm really, really pleased with this t-shirt. As always, it's this wonderful Gildan t-shirts, the soft style, so they're really, really comfortable to wear, and they always do the right size. The next item in this box is the recipes. So for the past few boxes, we've been getting recipes for our folder so that anybody who likes baking, they can be making Harry Potter things in their own homes. Here we've got pumpkin pasties. So what we tend to find is they tend to do 1 savoury and 1 sweet for the most part. So this is our savoury, and I think it's pretty cool. I'm not sure I myself can have pumpkin, I think I'm allergic, but it's pretty cool to have pumpkin pasties. I think that that's a great idea, and I think it's just a great idea in general having these different recipes for our collection. What's more exciting, since I'm a big sweet tooth, is the filled chocolate frogs recipe that we've got here. So this gives you the recipe for actually making the chocolate frogs. As it says filled, you've guessed it, we've actually got different fillings for it. So here we've got a hazelnut caramel filling, and I think that there's another filling here somewhere. So there's the chocolate frogs, there's the hazelnut caramel filling, and here is the salted caramel filling. I'm not very adventurous, so I'd probably go for just having them normal, but then hazelnut caramel does sound good. It sounds a lot like Nutella. I really like Nutella, and that's a chocolate spread, but it's actually a nut spread, but you would never know it. In the booklet there isn't actually a price for these, and I think that is because these are actually specifically made by Geek Gear and they're part of a whole set. Because with each box they send out different recipes, and it's an idea to build them up, and I've actually seen that if you go on the website, if you did miss out on the box where they gave out the folders, you can actually order the folders separately. So anybody starting their Geek Gear box now, wanting to get the full recipe collection, they can actually do that from the website. One of the other items that we got was these moulds here for the frogs, and because these are plastic, it does say on here that you mustn't put it in the dishwasher, and these are actually priced at £2.99. I think that that's a very fair price considering that they are just plastic. They are actually very good moulds, there's a lot of detail in them, so I think that that's a good price. When I first saw this item I wondered what it was. I figured that it's obviously something fabric, and it's got the houses on it. Again, this is an unbranded item, so this is one which Geek Gear have specifically made up. But over the couple of weeks that I've had it, the plastic has actually broken a little bit, which really isn't great. It definitely shows that the container for it wasn't made to a very good standard. What I'm more interested in is what the item is, so I'm going to open it up. As I have said, I have already seen this, so it's just really exciting to be able to show you guys and go through it. So it's red and black colours, so it is a house item, and straight away we can see that it's got the banner on it, so it's a crest item, and here we go, it's actually a fabric banner to go up on the wall. I really like this as an item, however I know that I would like it more if it had a better finish. We can actually see here that it's not been cut all that well. So what I mean by that is here we can actually see that it's not been quite cut properly. And if it had been overlocked, that means like where it's sort of sewn by machine all around the edges, then it wouldn't sort of be fraying like that. And also if it was a bit thicker a fabric, then I think that it would come off looking a lot nicer. But just as a general cheap product, I think that that's very nice. So in the booklet this is actually priced at £6.99, which I think is quite steep considering the cheap quality that I can tell in this. That while it's been made fairly well and the print is really nice and it is Harry Potter, it's not an official item, it hasn't been made with better materials and it hasn't been overlocked. So for that reason I don't think that it should be £6.99. I'd probably be willing to pay about £4 for this. With every Geek Gear box we always get some form of pin. So whereas with most of the boxes the different kinds of pins are pretty much the same design, just some slight differences like the colour of the outline, last month we actually had 3 completely different pins for each sort of type of pin, and this was because of a competition which Geek Gear did, which is something which I really like about Geek Gear because it makes me feel like they're trying to make more than just a subscription box, like they're trying to make a bit of a community by getting their fans and their subscribers to actually get involved with the boxes and with what they do. Now, the reason that I talk about this is because this month is something very, very different. We have got a pin, except this time we've actually got 2 pins. And there isn't really a variety of different types of ones that we can get, but they are house pins, which is something which I really, really love. Because my favourite pin that I've had from Geek Gear so far has been the Gryffindor house pin. So again, this month they've done something similar to what they did several months ago, and they've given us house pins, but we've actually got a head boy and a head girl pin, which is really, really nice. And the other thing that I like especially about this is that they're not actually sealed. So my pins I never ever open, because they're a sealed container. I don't want to open that, I don't want to break that. But because this is just a box like this, I'm actually able to take these out and use them. So here are the head boy and the head girl Gryffindor pins, and I really like these. They're quite simple in their design, but simple just means to me that I can wear them with any outfit and it's not going to stand out too much, while I can, at the same time, I can still show my Gryffindor pride. So these ones are priced at £5.99 in the book. The other predictable thing about the Geek Gear box is that we always get a print of some kind. Again, they've done something different this month, and what they've actually done is got this one framed. So this is really nice. This is Harry's Quibbler, and this is actually from when they were actually searching for Harry, and it was Luna's father. He's in charge of the Quibbler, and he was very worried about Luna because she'd been captured, and he'd been told that he has to search for Harry and get him captured himself in order to get Luna back safe. So that's what this is a poster of. And this is actually a different size from the prints that they usually do, which can barely be got out of the box, quite frankly. It damages the edges of them, it's terrible. So they've resized it and they've given it a frame. So I'm really glad about this change, because it means that I can literally just put it straight up on my wall, which I'm really pleased about. And you guys actually get to see me open this. So here we go. So this is this one all opened up now, and you can see it hasn't actually got a means of hanging, which is a little bit disappointing. It does mean that it's a little bit harder, but my prints I do actually already put in black frames, so this is going to go perfectly with them. Like I said, I'll have to figure out a way to put it up, but besides that, absolutely brilliant. Overall, I'm really glad about this change. And this item is priced at £9.99, which I think is fair for the print, because they've also had to pay extra in order to get it framed and give it a strong backboard, which it has here as well. And as I said earlier, we do actually get 2 t-shirts this time. Here we've actually got a Death Eater, and this design is very different because it's black with these luminescent colours. It's very much a sort of Day of the Dead sort of design here, and I'm just so surprised that they've given us 2 t-shirts, and they haven't copped out on its quality either. They are both the same Gildan t-shirt, so both of those are the really soft, nice ones which we all know and love. So what I meant about Day of the Dead is that is the Mexican celebration for the dead. It's on Halloween, and basically there's this sort of face makeup and stuff, which is all very much like this, these sort of bright colours all around the face. Disney have made Coco fairly recently, but before that there's also the Book of Life, which is another animation, and both of those sort of talk a little bit about the Mexican Day of the Dead, and both of those t-shirts in the book are priced at £9.99. My favourite item probably has to be the house pins. I'm a big fan of house products, so the banner would probably have been my favourite item, except that it wasn't made to the kind of quality that I'd want to see. The winner of the competition for this month was Heroic Dale, so a big shout out, well done to him. He has actually recently subscribed to my channel. Hi Dale! So I just wanted to say well done to him, and thank you very much for subscribing. If you like this video, please comment, like and subscribe, and keep collecting.